Good morning. Hope everyone's doing well today. I don't know where you're at, but here it's cold. And but we're doing good today and having a great day. And we thought we'd share with you this morning another video. We're making some Christmas ornaments and out of something very similar. Simple, I meant clothespins, clothes pegs, however you want to call them. And we are using a table that my mom and dad used a long time ago when they first got married in their little house. These clothes pegs come from my grandma, and and her little bag.
Yeah.
And that's the way we did clothes back then. No, a lot of people didn't have dryers. They had a washing machine, but they didn't have a dryer. So we just hung them up on the clothesline. And during the summertime, you'd have to run out there and get them when the rain came. And in the wintertime, you'd have to go out there and get them, and they'd be so stiff from being cold. You'd always have to break them up to get them in the clothes basket. But today we want to make some little Christmas ornaments that are going to be just special. And when we hang them up, we'll know that they belong to Grandma, and it'll help keep her in our memories. So Miss Angie's going to show you how to do this, and I'm just going to try to help feed her some clothespins along the way.
Okay, you take your clothespins like that, and you take them apart. Russell's got some taken apart for us. And you turn them around. Turn them around like that. And glue them together.
Some of them's long and some of them's short.
Yeah, you want to try to match them up a little bit if you can. But for these ornaments, we're going kind of rustic. You can paint them, embellish them. I mean, make them just look so pretty. But these, we want to keep the clothespin look on it because we're giving them to our kids for the purpose of remembering their grandmother. Actually, she's Russell's grandmother, and
So it'd be their great-grandmother.
it will be our children's great-grandmother, and then our daughter has a son, so it would be her or his great-great-grandmother.
You know, I think it's special to leave stuff like that and pass it down through the generations to come, just to let them know that who was a part of their legacy, and keep them in your mind that they're the ones that taught their mom and daddy, or their grandma and grandpa, who then taught their mom and daddy, and who now are trying to teach them, and maybe they then will pass this tradition on to their children. I think that's kind of lost in this society in which we live in today. Back then it meant a lot to pass down traditions. And I got one I can share maybe on a later video of a tradition that continued on for a long time in our family.
Now, Russell's mother, when the grandmother passed away, Russell's mom, she gave me this bag of clothespins. And because she knew me well enough to know that was treasure. I think so many times if somebody else would have been cleaning out her property, they probably would have thrown them away, thinking, oh, that's just a bag of clothespins. But not my mother-in-law. She knew me well, and I cherish them. Needless to say, I do not use them on my clothesline.
We're going to have some little ones here, Angie. Make a smaller star.
Okay.
Make the big ones that you're working on now. Then you can take these little ones and come back and make a smaller star.
Okay, how many we got actually glued? Oh, glued it to the paper. Okay. Like Russell said, we're new at YouTubing. This will be probably our third or fourth video. So, we got to learn how to set the cameras up and sound and lighting and all of that. So. And
we've got a couple already on there. And one I'm pretty sure you have not seen anywhere else on YouTube. And if you would, look us up, Woodbury Cottage. And Woodbury is Woodberrie. And go back and look at those two. And be on the lookout for some more. And if you would, subscribe. And then give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Leave a comment. and let us know what you like, maybe what you think we might can do better. If you see something we missed, a little trick you know about it, share it with us. We're always eager to learn new things and how to do something better and simpler. But I think these are going to look real good when we get them put together and get them on the Christmas tree. And I think if you want a tree that looks natural and decorated the old-timey way, I think that'll be gorgeous on there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you think?
I think it's going to be beautiful, and they'll know what it's for.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, you can paint these, you can embellish them, but for this purpose, we want our kids to have it for a memory. So we're going to leave it like a clothespin. We'll put a hanger here for them to hang it with. And maybe we will put a little something in the middle.
Could do. Maybe just a little red jewel.
Or something right there in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's get with it and make the other 3. We got 1 left to go. Oh, did we glue all these together?
Mm-hmm. All those are glued together.
Okay.
Just need to be assembled.
These are so worn and rustic, you can really see, how it is on the outside.
So now this one goes there, that one goes there. This one goes there. Get a piece of glue out of the way. Alright, there you go, Miss Angie. Put your glue to it.
These are really fun to make. While I'm finishing up this last one, then we're going to take some pictures of them so you can see them better. Like I said in the beginning, we are in November. And we are in the United States. And in the United States, we celebrate Veterans Day. So that's November 11th. Here in the United States. And I wanted to share a little story with you. That features my grandson. I saw on YouTube or one of the channels somewhere where they had taken these little soldiers, the little soldiers that the kids play with, and they glued them all around a mirror and then spray painted it. And it would be for like a boy's room. You just would spray paint it whatever color matches the room. And my grandson, he loves soldiers, action figures. That's his thing. He loves it. So I said, "Grandbaby." He said, "Yes, Grandma." I said, "Have you got some soldier toys? Maybe the ones that are broken that I can have. I want to make a little project." And my grandson is a crafter. He loves to craft and he loves to watch me craft. But he got real quiet. I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "Grandma," he said, I don't stop playing with my soldiers when they become disabled." I said, "Okay." And that goes to show you right there, if you take the time to honor the people around you, the military, people in authority that need to be honored, kids are going to pick up on it. So needless to say, I did not make the lamp. He says, I don't stop playing with my soldiers when they become disabled. Boy, I wish we could all be like that, the whole world.
Yeah.
And that's how, another reason too, I know that my kids would like this, because they're sentimental. And it will mean a lot to them.
And I think, and the reason being, it means a lot to us.
Yeah.
And we talk about it and we show them. And, like she said, especially the young kids, they pick up on that stuff very fast. When you think they're not listening or you think they're not watching, you'd be surprised at what they hear and keep.
Mm-hmm.
And this world needs a lot more of that today. Nothing wrong in starting your own traditions that you can pass down for you, but let's try to hang on to the traditions that were passed on to us.
And Russell's grandmother, she loved the craft also.
Yeah, she made quilts,
Yeah.
all kind of crafts and ideas.
Every child, grandchild, great-grandchild got a crocheted Christmas stocking that was the colors of your birthstone.
Yeah,
She did that every year.
I think every one of us has got a quilt.
She made every child and every grandchild. I don't think she got the great-grandchildren.
No, not the
She was getting on up in
great,
years by then. Got a handmade quilt.
And again, that's something that every time we see it, we think of her
Yeah.
and her love for us.
And she gave us an Afghan to go on the couch, made out of the granny square crochet pattern. And it was multicolors. It had all the colors in it. And that is how I taught my kids their colors. We sat on the couch by that Afghan and we talked about all the colors. And that's how I taught them their colors. Okay.
Hold it up close to Angie so she can see it. They can see it.
Got in the hot glue.
Here.
Let me get that off.
This one's calmed down.
Okay, let's get a good picture of it. Can you see?
You know, if you put a little bow on there with the string, put a piece up on top that you can hang it on, the limbs with. And I know it's not red, and it's not bright colors and all that, but you know what? It's still beautiful.
It is beautiful. And I know our kids will love it.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to give it to them.
Okay.
Well, thank y'all for watching. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Make a comment. We'd appreciate it.
Bye.